Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be scrapbooking while getting to know me at the same time. The first thing I do is I gather all the materials that I'll be using in my scrapbooking session. For this scrapbooking process, I decided to use all the typical stuff like my journal, scissors, ribbon, stickers, and any photos that I wanted to use. Once I'm ready to begin my scrapbooking process, the first thing that I do is I will take out the photos that I plan on using and I will look through all of them. In the process of deciding which photos I wanted to use for this page, I was really just trying to choose pictures that I've taken that mean a lot to me, or places that connect to who I am as a person, and just things that have a lot of meaning to who I am. So yeah, these are the ones that I ended up choosing, and I will explain the meaning of each and every one that I use later on in the video. Once I have the empty pages in front of me, I start planning my pages. This is where I kind of have a rough idea, or I was getting the rough idea of what I wanted to do and what I wanted it to look like. I start by taking the photos and the prints that I'm going to use and just laying it out on the pages and seeing what I like and what I don't like. And I pretty much just play around with it. It's not really like a perfect thing or like something that's really planned. It's just kind of like I go with the flow thing. But this is the process of me gluing down the print that I decided to use on one of the pages. And on the other page you can see kind of like the idea that I had going on, but it definitely wasn't official. This is where I kind of start moving things around and just placing it in random places to see if I like it or not. And this process takes me a little bit because I'm really indecisive and I just want it to look like I want to like what I'm doing. So I take a while like really deciding where I want to put things and if I like the colors that I'm using, etc. Once I've taken a while playing around with the different photos and the different stickers and the placements, when I finally decide that I like a placement, I will glue it down so that I won't keep moving it, because if I don't, then I will keep moving it. But this is where I decided that I like this photo here, and this is where I kind of start piecing more of my images together. In the next clip, I kind of skip forward to finishing my first page that I was working on, which you can see here. It's not finalized, but I did add a few other things. And now I am starting to work on the next page. By this point, I had a pretty clear idea of what I wanted my pages to look like. I had sorted out through the stickers that I wanted to use and the prints that I knew I wanted to use, as well as the photos that I was going to use. To kind of add more to this page, I decided to add a piece of ribbon just as detail, and I feel like this pattern really tied it all together. And as you can see in the little corner, I wanted to add a flower in there, but I knew that that one wasn't really what I was going for, so I ended up changing that in a little bit. And then I also added a little bird on the other page because I feel like something was missing there too. And yeah, that's what scrapbooking is all about, just kind of like there's no limits to anything, and you're really just playing around with everything. Once I added the final touches to both pages, I decided that this is where I wanted to end. And I'm now going to be giving you guys a little rundown of my 2 pages. This flower photo is actually taken in Seattle, which is where I want to live when I'm older, which is why I added it there. And then I also added a plane ticket because I want to do a lot of traveling, a little Snoopy because I love Snoopy, and this beach photo because it's one of my favorite trips and one of my favorite beaches. It's in Malibu, and I took this trip with my sisters, and it was such a fun time. For this next page, I added a little camera because I love capturing moments and memories with people. And then I added a photo of myself in nature because I just really like being outdoors. The other symbols, kind of like a butterfly, just kind of represents growth as humans because we're always changing and we're always evolving, and I feel like that's really important to me.